Consumer Reports just put out their latest reliability scores. And look, I went through all of this so you don't have to. Today, we're zeroing in on sedans. Not just good sedans, not just decent ones. The ones that scored so high that CR basically said, yeah, these are nearly perfect. We're talking cars that real owners are putting 250,000 miles on with barely a hiccup. Let's get into it, counting down from 10 to 1. Number 10, 2025 Mazda 3. All right, starting with the Mazda 3, and I'll be honest, this car is criminally underrated. You can get into one for under 20 grand, and it does not feel like a $20,000 car at all. Owners keep saying the interior feels premium, almost luxury level, and that's not by accident. Mazda has been deliberately building upmarket for years now. The Mazda 3 also just grabbed an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. That's the highest safety rating out there, which means you're not just getting reliability, you're getting one of the safest cars in its class, too. Now, there are two engine options: the standard naturally aspirated 2.5-liter, 191 horsepower, 186 pound-feet of torque, and that's honestly the one you want if you care about long-term reliability. The turbo version's got more punch, sure, but the standard engine is the one that's going to give you the least headaches over time. You're getting 30 miles per gallon combined, and here's the other thing Mazda did right: no CVT. While everyone else is cramming in a continuously variable transmission to chase fuel economy numbers, Mazda kept a traditional geared automatic. CVTs have been one of the most common complaints in modern cars for years. Mazda just didn't go there. Consumer Reports gave it a 74 out of 100. And for everything you're getting at this price point, that's a score worth paying attention to. Number 9, 2026 Toyota Camry. The Camry also lands at 74 out of 100 score for reliability. If you ask why, Toyota redesigned the Camry for the 2025 model year. Dropped the gas-only engine entirely. It's all hybrid now, every trim. And whenever a car goes through a change that big, Consumer Reports holds back a bit until real ownership data rolls in. That score isn't saying something's wrong, it's just saying, let's wait and see. The fuel economy alone kind of makes the argument for you: 48 miles per gallon combined. That's the new 5th-gen hybrid system doing its thing. Lighter motors, better battery heat management, and owners are saying it feels noticeably quicker and smoother than the old gas versions. The Camry's been one of the best-selling cars in America, basically forever, for a reason. That score just needs a little time to catch up to the car. Number 8, 2025 Lexus ES Hybrid. Quick but important context before we get into this one. That CR score, it's based on the 2019 through 2025 ES Hybrid, the outgoing generation, not the brand new 2026 that just hit dealerships. So what CR is actually telling you is that over 6+ years of real-world ownership, this car has been rock solid. That's not a knock, that's actually the whole point. The 2025 has had every bug found, every quirk addressed. The NIMH battery tech has a track record of lasting 15+ years. The 2026 redesign looks genuinely exciting. New platform, new hybrid system, first ever electric ES models. But it's completely unproven. Nobody's owned one long enough to know where the issues are yet. Meanwhile, the outgoing model gives you 42 miles per gallon combined, a cabin owners call a leather-lined happy place, and highway quietness that owners say rivals the Mercedes S-Class at half the maintenance cost. And with the shiny new 2026 sitting on the lot next to it, dealers are going to be motivated to move remaining 2025 inventory. That's real negotiating leverage. CR scored the outgoing ES Hybrid a 77 out of 100 across its entire run. Number 7, 2026 Lexus IS. Lexus just refreshed it for 2026 and trimmed the lineup way down. The IS 300 and IS 500 are gone. What's left is the IS 350F Sport only in 2 trim levels. And honestly, the way they did it makes sense. They kept the naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6, no turbo, no hybrid complexity, traditional automatic transmission. Stripped it back to what works. You're at 22 miles per gallon combined, which is the obvious weak spot. This isn't the car you buy for fuel economy. But if you want a sport sedan you can also completely rely on, owners consistently say there's just no drama. No weird electrical gremlins, no surprise shop trips. Worth noting too, the IS is built in Japan, which for a lot of buyers matters when it comes to build consistency and quality control. And you can feel it. Owners love the build quality. Tight panel gaps, great paint, everything feels intentional. CR gave it an 84 out of 100, and when you realize it's running a naturally aspirated V6 with a traditional automatic while everyone else is chasing complexity, that score starts to make a lot of sense. Hey, real quick, if you're finding this useful, go ahead and give us a like. We dig into the actual data on every video so you know exactly what you're walking into. Okay, back to the list. Number 6, 2025 Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Yeah, a Mercedes on a reliability list. I know, stick with me. The 2022 and 2023 C-Class were kind of a mess. Software bugs, infotainment glitches, all the stuff that comes with a big redesign stuffed with new tech. But Mercedes has been quietly working through all of that. The 2025 is running much more stable software. The 48-volt mild hybrid system that was giving people headaches has sorted itself out, and the IIHS just awarded it a top safety pick plus. You're getting 29 miles per gallon combined, solid for a rear-wheel drive sport sedan in this class. Owners talk about the steering feel, the interior materials, and the fact that the MBUX voice assistant finally does what it's supposed to do. Early owners couldn't stand it. Current owners actually use it. One thing to keep in mind, the price goes up to $68,000 fast once you start ticking option boxes. And Mercedes knows how to make option boxes look appealing. Stay in the lower trims, and an 88 out of 100 from Consumer Reports on a German luxury car? That's genuinely worth a second look. Number 5, 2025 Nissan Altima. And here's the thing about the Altima that most people shopping right now don't realize. This is it. Nissan is pulling the plug. This is essentially the last model year for one of the most recognizable names in the midsize sedan world. The Altima is getting phased out, which honestly makes right now a pretty interesting time to buy one if you want a solid, no-drama sedan before they disappear. The reliability comeback here is a real story. Nissan CVT used to be genuinely terrible. Like, early 2010s Altima forums are a horror show of shuddering, slipping, early failures. It was a whole thing, but they fixed it. The 2025 runs a chain-driven CVT with better cooling and upgraded pumps. That shudder issue is basically gone. You're getting 31 miles per gallon combined, and owners on the highway are hitting closer to 40 in real-world driving, which is wild for a non-hybrid. The zero-gravity seats, Nissan pulled that concept from NASA research. Owners absolutely love them for long drives. CR scored it an 89 out of 100, which for a car going out on its shield is a pretty remarkable final chapter. Number 4, 2025 Toyota Corolla. It's been the reliable, boring choice for 50 years, and it keeps selling millions of cars every single year. That tells you everything. When the average new car is pushing $50,000 right now, a Corolla starting around $22,500 with 36 miles per gallon combined is kind of a no-brainer for a lot of people. Here's the engineering bit that actually matters, though. The Corolla runs both port injection and direct injection at the same time. Most modern engines only use one. The problem with direct injection alone is carbon buildup on the intake valves over time, one of the most common long-term complaints on modern engines. Toyota basically engineered that problem out of existence on the Corolla. Owners call it what it is, a dependable, no-nonsense daily driver that'll hit 200,000 miles with just oil changes. At this price point, an 89 reliability score from Consumer Reports is almost unfair to the competition. Number 3, 2025 Subaru Impreza. Quick heads up, Subaru dropped the sedan body style a couple years back. So what you're getting today is the hatchback. Same platform, same drivetrain, same reliability story, just with a liftgate instead of a trunk. If a traditional trunk is a deal breaker for you, worth knowing up front. If not, the numbers here are almost unfair. Under $22,000 to start. Standard all-wheel drive on every single trim. Consumer Reports just named Subaru their best overall automotive brand for the second year in a row. This isn't a lucky result, it's a pattern. Subaru increased the use of structural adhesive by 300% on this generation. That's a real engineering change that makes the body tighter, reduces squeaks and rattles, and improves suspension longevity over time. The EyeSight 4.0 safety system finally fixed the phantom braking issues that made earlier versions kind of nerve-wracking on the highway. You're getting 29 miles per gallon combined with all-wheel drive standard. Try finding another all-wheel drive car under $22,000 with a 92 out of 100 reliability score from Consumer Reports. It basically doesn't exist. Number 2, 2025 Honda Accord. The Accord isn't just reliable, it's basically in a different category. Honda repositioned the hybrid's electric motors side by side instead of in line. Better cooling for the magnets, better long-term durability. You're getting 32 miles per gallon combined on the standard Accord. The real legroom is genuinely impressive. It feels more like a near-luxury car back there than a family sedan. And owners keep coming back to how smooth the brakes feel, which is rarer than you'd think in a hybrid. A lot of hybrid braking feels weird and grabby. The Accord doesn't have that problem. The 2026 model is rolling over almost unchanged because Honda looked at what they built and decided there wasn't much to fix. At $26,200 to start, it just keeps making sense. And a 96 out of 100 from Consumer Reports puts it in rare air. That's not just a reliability score, that's a statement. Number 1, 2025 Toyota Crown. 99 out of 100. Consumer Reports doesn't just hand that out. This is the most reliable sedan on their list, and it isn't close. Toyota just updated the Crown for 2026 with a new Nightshade edition and a hybrid max powertrain on the top platform trim, pushing 340 horsepower. But the 2025 you can get right now is the same core car that earned this score, and it's still one of the best sorted vehicles you can buy. The hybrid system uses a planetary gear set instead of a belt CVT. The same tech inside the RAV4 and Highlander hybrids, which have millions and millions of real-world miles behind them. Toyota didn't reinvent anything. They just took what already worked and dialed it in. 42 miles per gallon combined, standard all-wheel drive, Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 standard across the board. Owners call the cabin Lexus quiet, and one thing that keeps popping up in owner reviews, physical buttons for the climate controls, not buried in a touchscreen, just buttons where they've always been. People love it more than you'd think. Starting under $35,000, the Crown sits in this interesting space between practical family sedan and near-luxury cruiser. A 99 from Consumer Reports basically means buy this car and stop stressing about it. And for a lot of people, that peace of mind is the whole ballgame. So that's the list. Do you agree with CR's rankings, or do you think they got some of these completely wrong? Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments. I genuinely like to hear what you think. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss upcoming videos like this. See you in the next one.